Welcome to the James Madison University Career and Academic Planning LinkedIn 101 Virtual Workshop. To start, please provide us with some basic information so we can connect with you after you've finished the workshop. You'll be presented with some written information, videos, and graphics. We'll ask a few questions along the way to make sure you're learning the material. This digital workshop should take about an hour to complete. If you have a question or need help, email cap@jmu.edu. To start, please provide us with your name, majors and minors, Duke's email, academic standing, and whether or not you're taking this for a class assignment or credit. The first section focuses on how to use LinkedIn to set up your profile. Upon the completion of the LinkedIn workshop, students will be able to identify steps in building a profile on LinkedIn, to create or modify their LinkedIn profile, and to recall tips on how to build a professional profile on LinkedIn. This workshop will address the following career readiness competencies: oral and written communication, career management, digital technology, and professional and work ethic. Watch this brief video to learn more about what LinkedIn is and how it works. You can use LinkedIn to connect with JMU alumni, to develop a personal brand, and to connect and interact with job recruiters. Networking. What is networking? Networking is about building relationships and connecting with other people. Often, people exchange information and make contacts that can be used for business or social purposes. We do this all the time, without even being aware that we're doing it. How often have you asked other people about a current movie or TV show and then found out that you had other things in common, like restaurants, jobs, or friends? Those conversations are relationship building, and that's essentially how networking happens. Making connections. There is so much more to a job search than submitting resumes. It's all about identifying key opportunities that many times are not posted to the public. Some experts cite figures that 70 to 80% of all open jobs are never advertised to the public. Donald Asher writes in his book, How to Get Any Job, that if you only look for advertised jobs, you're missing half the job market. Advertised jobs are like the tip of the iceberg, while the rest of the iceberg is invisible. You have to find the hidden job market to run a successful job or internship search. So how can you learn about positions if they're not publicly advertised? Talk to people, connect, build relationships, and network. This is why the expression that it's not what you know, but who you know can ring true. Employers, if given the choice, would rather interview someone familiar or who has been referred to them. Having a common connection can definitely be in your favor. True or false? Networking is about building relationships with other people. We will talk more about networking on LinkedIn later in the workshop. What are the best ways to use LinkedIn? Using social media in your job search. Social media is a powerful tool to connect with professionals, alumni, recruiters, and organizations. Make an effort to enrich the content of your page beyond basic information. Make sure your profile and pages are up to date and have appropriate pictures, messages, etc. The brands and people you engage with will directly impact people's perception of you and may affect whether hiring managers believe you're worthy of working for their company. LinkedIn can be a great website for learning more about the people who will interview you. You may even find you have friends in common with your future hiring manager. Engaging with industry-specific communities is a great way to connect with other people in your field. When deciding which platform is best for you to use, consider, how are you represented on the platform? Which one do you enjoy? And which one has the companies that you want to connect with? Select the best ways to use social media such as LinkedIn in your job search. Building your profile. This section reviews how to research companies, what to look for in your research, and networking. We'll conclude with some quick tips and next steps. First, let's talk about your photo, headline, and summary. Your photo doesn't have to be fancy. Just use your cell phone camera in front of a plain background. Wear a nice shirt and don't forget to smile. For your headline, tell people what you're excited about now and the cool things you want to do in the future. Your summary should describe what motivates you, what you're skilled at, and what's next for you. Some additional tips for this section. Photo. Make sure you're the only one in the picture, and consider leaving out animals or busy backgrounds. Ask yourself if your picture makes a great first impression. Headline: This is a great spot to put your major and what you aspire to become. Summary: This is where you can add your elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is a 30 to 60-second commercial or introduction of yourself. You can learn more about writing and perfecting your elevator pitch in our interview workshop. You can learn more about writing and perfecting your elevator pitch in our interviewing workshop. Did you know that you can create a personal URL for your LinkedIn profile? This step will increase the professional results that appear when people search for you online. Set your profile to public and create a unique URL. Let's talk about your experiences in and out of the classroom. Under the Experience section, list the jobs you've held, even if they were part-time, along with what you accomplished at each job. Even include photos and videos from your work, if available. Under Organizations, note whether or not you've joined any clubs at school or outside of school. Be sure to describe what you did with each organization. Additional tips for this section. Experience. Recruiters are more interested in what you accomplished than what you were responsible for. Include internships, extracurricular activities, part-time positions, and volunteer work. It's okay to leave off experiences you're no longer interested in or that don't fit with your current goals. You do not need to copy and paste your resume. You can write this section in the first person with a conversational tone and include more experiences than what you have on your resume. Organizations. Consider sharing organizations that you joined at school or in the community. Let's talk about education, volunteering, and skills sections. Education. Starting with college, list all the educational experiences you've had, including summer programs like study abroad. Volunteer experiences and causes. Even if you weren't paid for a job, be sure to list it. Admissions officers and employers often see volunteer experiences as just as valuable as paid work. Skills and expertise. Add at least 5 key skills, and then your connections can endorse you for the things you're best at. Additional tips for this section. Education. List the schools that you are attending or have attended where you are getting or have obtained a degree. If you want to include high school, you can. Show off your education. You can include your GPA, honors, awards, and test scores if you so choose. Volunteer. Make sure that you include volunteer experience. This is also a place to identify causes that you're involved in and care about. Employers value people that serve their communities. Skills and expertise. Think about what competencies you have developed through your experiences in and out of the classroom. Identify at least 5 things you feel you do well or have experience with. This is a great time to think about your career readiness competencies. To learn more, go to our Career Ready Dukes page. Let's talk about honors and awards, courses, and projects. Honors and awards. If you earned a prize in or out of school, don't be shy. Let the world know about it. Courses. List the classes that show off the skills and interests you're most excited about. Projects. Whether you led a team assignment in school or built an app on your own, talk about what you did and how you did it. Additional tips for this section. Honors and awards. Add scholarships, academic awards, and honor societies, as well as other professional certificates gained throughout your academic or professional career. Courses. Keep in mind that you should list the course title, not the course numbers. Do not list every course you've ever taken. Pick and choose the ones that are most relevant to what you want to do. Projects. This is a great time to shine, especially if you have not had an internship. List course projects that highlight industry skills and career readiness competencies. When sharing projects, focus on your role in the project, how you contributed, and the outcome based on your actions. Let's talk about recommendations. Recommendations. Ask managers, professors, or classmates who've worked with you closely to write a recommendation. This gives extra credibility to your strengths and skills. Additional tips for this section. Recommendations can reinforce your profile, but keep in mind that recruiters will get references in the interview process. Don't get hung up thinking you'll need to gather recommendations before you can connect with other people. Instead of focusing on asking people for a reference on LinkedIn, think about which of those people could introduce you to others. What information should you share in your summary? Connect in meaningful ways. This final section will focus on connecting to others on LinkedIn. Networking and building connections. Networking is essentially just sharing information about yourself, your career, and your goals. You can network anytime and anywhere. LinkedIn is a great way to start building a network and have a professional presence online. CAP provides a variety of ways for students to interact with employers through regular events and on-campus interviews. JMU also hosts many alumni networking events for students and graduates. Recruiters expect for you to reach out to them and ask questions and make connections. Don't be afraid to track down your own leads. Employers like proactive students, and just by asking around if someone needs an intern, you could end up creating your own internship. Consider with whom you can connect to form a professional relationship. Consider who you already know. Personal contacts, friends, family, clubs and social organizations, community, groups, neighbors, sports, and religious organizations. Work contacts, current and former coworkers, supervisors, and volunteer coordinators. Education contacts, alumni from your high school and college, continuing education course classmates, instructors and guest speakers, teachers and professors, advisors, deans, and coaches. Professional group contacts, professional and trade associations, conference speakers you've met, colleagues from conferences, etc. If you upload your email contacts, make sure that you really know those people. Think about whether they would remember you when they get your request. You may be asked to introduce people, so make sure you are strategic in the people you add. Make a list of 5 people you could connect with on LinkedIn. Watch this video to learn how to connect with JMU alumni on LinkedIn. Join LinkedIn groups and follow influencers. Find groups that you are interested in and follow people that connect to your interest, career, or passion. Build your connections, customize your requests with a friendly note, and, if necessary, a reminder of where you met, who introduced you, or what organization you have in common. LinkedIn groups can help you form new connections. Start with your school groups and reach out to alumni. They love to connect with students. Find volunteer organizations and associations you belong to using your search bar. How can you connect with people on LinkedIn? Tips. Invite and accept strategically to create a diverse network of contacts. You don't have to accept everyone that requests to be a part of your network. Use your network to make announcements and ask questions. Join organizations and follow companies or people in your industry. Completely fill out your profile and proofread it for spelling and grammatical errors. Update your profile and post regularly. Set your privacy settings. Remember, this is not Facebook. Want more information? Find tips and tools on LinkedIn University at university.linkedin.com. Thanks for completing the workshop. If you have any questions, contact CAP at cap@jmu.edu or make an appointment with CAP staff. See jmu.edu/cap for more information and resources.